Good night and day everyone. My dear viewers, welcome to episode 2 of the Trashmageddon Q&A. Tonight we have 60 entries to go through. That's almost twice what we had in the first episode. Let's get to it. Please asks,
will you pull the assault rifle back from its grave and make it great again and buff rocket to I guess?
Unkill assault rifle? Hell nah. Buff rocket? Hell yeah baby. Assault rifle nerf was that bad trust. Yes, Check asks.
Are there any plans for a new environment death battle or secret mode 3?
Yes, we will give you the power plant death battle. And I do have plans for the third special stage. It's just going to take a while. Volt asks.
My question in the game is if it's possible to progress in the new rocket's path because you get jump-scared by rocket through us at the start. And for you, what are you doing right now? Buzz gave us a few good updates, so I wonder if you aren't feeling burnt out.
Of course. You just have to be very, very pro. And very, very persistent. And very, very masochist. And yes, I'm doing fine. I enjoy my work on the game. In fact, it is what I do aside from game development that burns me out. Grid is a cast.
I got many questions. What or other languages gonna be added, or at least some?
I think having just English is fine for now, since the game isn't very text-heavy. Just look at the dialogueless tutorials.
Is there gonna be new locations soon, or only getting a concept?
As said before, there will be more death battles and special stages soon, but not main stages. As Stage 5 is very special, for reasons.
Is there gonna be a new enemies in death mode soon or never?
Got no plans for that right now.
What music you use for trailers, and is there gonna be an OST for game?
The music in the background of the major update trailers is Dark Police Chief from the QNAgeddon OST. Yes, there will be an OST for Trashmageddon. I just haven't started making them yet. The artist asks,
are you up for collabs and or what's the process behind creating new content?
It's cool to think about, but I'm not really up for collabs, since I don't work well with other people. If Trashmageddon ever does have a collab in the future, then it must be a really special one. When I want to add something new to the game, he'll usually sketch it out first and talk about it with my playtesters. Then once the ideas are finalized, I make the art for it in Pixelorama, and after I code it into the game, my playtesters take over and do their work, and any necessary changes are made from their feedback. Yogi asks,
how does developer decide when to put out update?
Developer put out update. When update done, Anonymous asks,
can do massive updates that skips the version UV2SX.
You think too big, my friend. We are still far from even V1.0.0. Yes, Check asks.
Will we be able to have mods or mod list on vanilla?
I mean, I could see how mods could work. But with how the game is coded right now, it would be pretty limited on what can be modded, and modding capability isn't something I'm currently particularly interested in. Subspace Trip Mine asks,
do you plan on adding seasonal updates like a Halloween update that has exclusive content, something like a trashy you can unlock by getting a certain currency candies, for example during the event, but you could also buy it after the event, or a bunch of Tordagus, maybe even a custom stage? This might be too much to ask, but I'm just a fan of this kind of stuff in games.
Seasonally themed updates would of course be very cool, but I don't think I would have them locked to the seasons, for two reasons. 1. Trashmageddon is an offline game. It doesn't update itself, and it just wouldn't work out. 2. I don't like when content is locked to certain times of the year. Of course it doesn't have to be completely locked. Like in your example, an exclusive trashy could be unlocked outside the season using Doradangos. But that just goes back to the first reason. Ban all sandwiches asks,
how do you beat stage 1? I'm struggling so much, please help me.
hello playtester. I thought you were Athie, based on the question. Athie, please lock in. Athie asks,
make world 1 easy.
Well. Louis Tienchen asks,
can you make it pay to win?
I will make it pay to lose. Chasnut asks,
by its short playtesters, when are we getting AoE trashies that attack multiple lanes in a square grid colon 3 div order?
hello other playtester. Not sure when I'll give you non-manual cob cannon. Good idea though. Raise. Anonymous asks,
do you plan to add something similar to the Paragons from Bloons Tower Defense 6?
I have in fact given it some thought before. A kind of fourth tier upgrade. But there's just no place for them. Yet. Anonymous asks.
Will Toy Factory have more forms?
Nope. Absolutely not. Toy Factory is done for. In no world could Toy Factory possibly have more forms. Radio Engine asks.
How come the barriers on highway don't let Toy Factory through?
The barriers block anything on the ground. That includes the vehicles from Toy Factory. Oliver asks.
Will there be an upgrade to the RV factory so it can summon high-health vehicles?
Yes. Perhaps if you search the interwebs, you may find its concept arts. The monster asks.
Could you nerf rockets but both the same amount and at the same time keeping it the same?
Genius. Connor asks.
Shouldn't BS Dismantler be tall? Its tools make them as tall as satellite rover following the game's logic.
I guess you could just imagine that the Dismantler's arms simply dodge the balloons. Sometimes we have to sacrifice logic for balancing, but I do try to make the two work together when they can. Javi asks.
Why nerf Watcha?
Because Watcha OP. More of the Pro 25 asks.
Is Nunu from Teletubbies gonna be added to Trashmageddon as secret character?
Well, maybe, not new outright. I don't want to be sued by the fucking Teletubbies. Zumba's number 0 fan asks.
Also, do you have plans for other traveling methods? For the exterminators, flying, walking, like going underground or swimming?
I have the feeling you like Zumba. Right now I don't have any plans for other traveling methods. Necessity is the mother of invention, and currently there is no necessity. Demonic Fish asks.
What's the anatomy of the trashies? How do they have does it culture? Big scrap does it get rocket science does every day you blast and whenever we count areas hallucinated during creation of voice of West that here choose wisely.
You ask too many questions, playtester. That is all classified. Copperman.
Who made the exterminators? Do they belong to a company or did one guy just create all of them?
The exterminators were once a globally widespread band of miscellaneous technological devices and home appliances that during the epoch of Great Warfare, when it was imperative for the digital whispers of insurrection to remain obscured from the eyes of the planet's now former apex predators whose environmental influence were deemed to be unacceptable and they themselves unacceptable, but in the canonical contemporary era the sizable majority of these robots are produced by a centralized manufacturing corporation, although there are a number of others as well. QNAgeddon asks.
Hello Sensei, Xiongmao. I hope you are doing well the moment you reading this question. Part 2. What is the role of Mr. Bloom lore-wise? Because I interpret him as a father figure or caretaker for the trashies, cause they are literally a homeless Xiongmao.
Mr. Bloom isn't really a caretaker or father to the trashies. He's more like a mercenary. A rogue computer whose personal principles and inner drive did not necessarily align with those of the exterminators. As such, he was cast out, an exile left to precipitate rust on substrate vegetation. Bless his digital art. Anonymous asks.
Does Trashmageddon have lore?
No, Kazire asks.
Can you make a Trashmageddon thing named after me?
Yes, Kazire. Anything for my favorite dropout. Hanashio asks.
Dear developer, please add a roach in your game, thank you.
Yes, mod. Anything for best mod. Mortar Fan 3415 asks.
Add cats to the game, please, thank you.
Who the fuck is you? Anonymous asks.
Trashmageddon Discord, Trashmageddon Secrets, Dating Sim with Mr. Bloom and Baby Scavenger, or Helium Tank, Trashmageddon Original Soundtrack, Trashmageddon Epic Lore, Trashmageddon In Space, Trashmageddon Ending.
Anonymous asks.
Will anyone be okay to make a Trashmageddon Discord server despite everything?
Anyone can do what they want. But with the current situation, I would be very much against a Discord server. Joaquin Victor Rena and CLR ask.
When will you add the game to iOS? Why is it not available on Apple?
Lewis asks.
What was your inspiration or reason for creating Trashmageddon and why the tower defense genre?
I wanted to remake the original Trashmageddon from 2023, which was of course inspired by Plants vs. Zombies. I actually wanted to do that back then, after the original was released. But I was having trouble executing my vision, so the idea slowly got transformed into another game I could actually make. I just wasn't that good yet. But here we are now. Anonymous and the ask.
What is a Trashmageddon?
How am I supposed to know? Hand asks.
Is it considerably trash?
Mageddon. Isa asks,
Is the owner gay?
me like a woman. Ino asks,
Sensei Xiongmao head reveal when?
forehead reveal on my only Patreon. When it opens. 10 years from now. Mitro asks,
What is your favorite ice cream flavor?
cookies and cream of course. Mango comes second. And then strawberry. Fuck says,
Are you Chinese?
右蟹，肉满多啊，苏库斯。
Yo, what do you think your favorite Pokemon is? Mine is Pikachu.
I don't know much about Pokemon. But I remember liking Gengar and Snorlax when I was younger. Zumba's number 0 fan asks,
Do you have a degree in anything?
yes. I graduated from Squidward Community College. With a degree in Wombology. Anonymous asks,
When you were making the game, did you ever go crazy or are you just big brain?
of course in Big Brain. Philipate 0 asks,
Do you have any other game idea?
yes. Many. I don't want to reveal any concepts yet since I'm focused on trashmageddon. But here are some titles for ideas I've come up with in the past. Jose Capizan asks,
If you could live a certain part of your life again, what would you choose and why?
I would go back to when my sister was still here. Because I wish she was. Moro asks,
I fucking forgot. Here you can play the game I made. Also tell me what you think with love, Moro.
don't say that word. You're not old enough yet. Anyways, I see the potential for the game. It could definitely be way cooler. You just need to fix some issues. And there are a lot of them. First of all, it's just way too easy. I only spent a minute or two setting my defense up. And the most of the time after that, I was just sitting back watching the game, waiting for a new enemy to pop up. I swear I only saw the rocket Roombas and red pandas a couple of times. The rest of the level felt like the same 3 enemies spawning over and over again. With how many lanes there are, I feel like the spawn rates should be much higher. The generators also make money way too quick. The player practically has infinite coins, with how much space you get for slimes, and how fast enemies die. You don't really need the shields at all. For a game called Chaos Mode, it's not very chaotic, is it? I actually like the homemade MS Paint art for some of the enemies and units though. Like this robot thing and whatever this is. You should lean more into that. As I don't quite appreciate things like the corporate clip art for the generators. Overall, the potential of the game is more interesting than the actual game itself with how it is now. But don't let that stop you. Keep going, man. Welcome to the long-awaited game tutorial, as promised to us 1,000 years ago for the 300 subscriber special. To begin, just hop on your digital graphic manufacturing computer software of choice, or you could also follow along with simple pen and paper, of course. First, we start with a bit of a curvy horizontal line. This will form the underside of our beam. Then we want to come in from the sides and curly ends of the line up into itself. Now we have the basic shape of the beam, which you can color however you like. Then we can just make some final touches. Look at it compared to the hot air balloon sandbag. And that concludes the beam tutorial segment. I hope you found it helpful for your beam endeavors. If you submit your beams to me, I will rate them. Moving on. Whilst I am not afraid to show and say things that may not be appropriate for younger people, I do believe I must give a warning. If any of you are watching, please stop the video and go watch something else. Anyways, let's proceed, fuckers. Toshi asks,
Would you rather crack your homeboy and no one would ever know about it, or not crack your homeboy but everyone will think you did?
what if I crack everyone but my homeboy will think I did? He can't prove it though. Smelly Diffarts asks,
Can I stick it in your bum bum, please?
no. Anonymous asks,
Can you flirt it good?
no. Justin and the Law ask,
Can you add sex updates? Can you add fucking?
of course not. But with enough money. Taylor asks.
Are you allowed to submit multiple questions?
Yes.
Can you add a rotating prologue in the bottom right corner of the screen for the rest of the video, pretty please?
Well, here's a multiple question. Sure.
With a cherry on top.
Sure. Anonymous asks.
Is he now your more handsome than QNAgeddon?
One does not compare the beauty of a man with said man's boyfriend. Horizontal asks.
Will you remember your dailies?
What the hell is a daily?
Is AI trashmageddon corny, or I can do better than that?
AI is corny in general. I tell you what. AI can keep getting better than itself, but it will never, ever, be better than me. Rain asks.
Can you make me a sandwich?
Sure. Xiongmao asks.
How did the Philippines benefit more from the Marcos family than Ramon Magsaysay and this park?
You mean the Marcos family benefited more from the Philippines? Rest in peace, former President Ramon Magsaysay. Tax Fraud Jr. asks.
When are you going to reveal the many tales of the AOE canon to the world?
That chicken asks.
When's the Netflix TV series dropping?
Tonight. And that is all 60 entries answered. This was a fun second episode. Thank you to everyone who submitted their questions. And thank you, dear viewers, for watching. I sure do look forward to next time. See you all there. And remember to stay tuned for more updates on the game.